Okay, ignore the kittens, ignore the dog. So what's going on is I'm going to take this bicycle and I'm going to bicycle across Florida. I'm going to start at Gulf Island, Fort Island Gulf Fishing Pier in Crystal River, and it's about 130 miles across the state to end in New Smyrna Beach. That's the plan. So I'm going to go over some of the gear real quick. I've been actually only put this idea together like 3 days ago, so kind of winging it, but should be pretty covered. I'm gonna go through some of the gear now, show you what I got. Big shout out to my sponsor slash friend Rick, who let me borrow his bikepacking setup. Felt Team Niner, something like that. Felt 9, I'm not really sure, but carbon fiber. It's really light. And some of the roads I'm going on shoulders aren't gonna be great, so I'll have to be off in the grass. So this is perfect setup with this Bob trailer. And I've already got some water in here, but did a test ride of 30 miles yesterday, and it did really well. Loaded up with most of the gear I'm going to be bringing. So what? You want to get out and play? All right, I got to play with them in a minute. So I'm gonna go over pretty much most of the gear I have. Almost everything is here except for like my toiletries that I'll pack up later. So I've got 2 different sleeping setups that I'm gonna bring, kind of because I have the space and I want to try them. So this is my hammock setup. Got the hammock, the rain fly, and the bug net. Then Big Angus tent. This is a inflatable pad for the tent, sleeping bag. So I use a sleeping bag with the hammock setup or the tent setup. That's just an inflatable pillow. Yes. Little chair, because that's always nice when you're sitting there trying to make food, which brings us to this. Screws onto the Coleman fuel. Got this really nifty coffee maker that Cody let me borrow. I can't wait to use this. It's really cool. We'll get to that later. It's like toilet paper and soap and wipes and stuff in there. Along with food, I'm pretty much bringing enough food for the entire trip because with coronavirus going on, I don't want to have to try to find food. Although most gas stations and fast food places are open, but only for drive-thru. So a bunch of these different dehydrated meals, but then there's also some like noodles, rice, and kale and potato, something or another's. But it should be covered on food. Should be plenty. There's granola bars in there too. As far as clothes goes, tomorrow's forecasted for rain. I'm actually going to wear a bathing suit. I have the frog tog cover up the top. And I'm just going to get wet. And then the next 2 days should be a little better, passing thunderstorms. So I'm just going to roll with it. These are some of my old triathlon shoes. They're designed to get wet. So if I have to go sockless in them, it's no big deal. They can just get wet. Okay, sandals for whatever. Dry sack, this is where I'll keep the important stuff, money, things that can't get wet, like chargers, portable charger I picked up, things like that. Smith & Wesson Shield 45, because glasses, tool stuff, the rest of the tool stuff, spares are in here, a 29 and a 16 for the Bob trailer, plus some other tools and things. Let's see, EPIRB that we've used for sailing, in case I really get in trouble, but I'm not out of cell signal, so it's really not that big a deal, but just in case. A couple flashlights, some extra paracord, wiping cloths, Yeah, you see it. trusty old Benchmade extra batteries. This is one of those like neck face covers to keep the sun off my neck. Just bags, extra bags. GoPro stuff, of course, the chest rig, the clip-on will go on the handlebars probably most of the time. I've got a mount on the helmet. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a lot of stuff, but I have the trailer, so it's not like I'm just trying to fit everything in panniers on the, if I'm even saying that word right, on the bicycle. I've got plenty of space, and I've already test fitted it with almost all this gear already, and the bike rode great. So tonight I'm gonna pack it pretty much all up. I'll get the bike onto the back of the Jeep, put the bag in the trailer in the back of the Jeep, and then early in the morning ride out to Crystal River and time to head out. So we'll see what happens. All right, here, Gulf Island. It's closed because of the COVID-19 stuff going on. I'm gonna get the bike unloaded, hooked up, and then I'll head 130 miles that way. Okay, just rode away. It's real now. It's also real windy. Jesus. Anyway, 10th of a mile down, 129.9 miles to go. Going. Although golf's pretty socially distant, I would say. So I'm coming up on 19/98. I've been 8.36 miles. Feeling good so far. Like feeling really good. So now it's to navigate through Crystal River and get up on 44. And then I'll be on 44 for a ways. So I don't know if I mentioned what the plan is. And the plan is to get to Okahumpka State Park in Wildwood. It's exactly 50 miles from where I left. Then that will leave 50 miles the next day to get to the St. Johns River, or about 47 miles. And then 33 the final day to get to New Smyrna Beach. So I feel like that's pretty doable. As long as my ass can make it that far. The seat is killing my butt. I mean, killing it. But other than that, everything feels great. So just gonna keep pushing on and now get through Crystal River. Doing this trip, it's pretty cool. I come to find out both of my great-grandparents on my mom and my dad's side, my great-grandpas, have done bike trips. The one on my mom's side, like, apparently bikepacked all over Michigan with a buddy. And then on my dad's side, he went from Miami to the Florida Keys, or down to the Key West and back on a bicycle. So cool. So apparently that's where I get it from, but I had no idea. So that makes this even cooler for me. Pretty special thing to join the ranks. All right, just turned on to 44. That was 19/98 behind me. So now it's just miles and miles of this. Although most of the 44 has a very nice bike shoulder, so it should be pretty easy going. Over mile number 20. Feeling good. Probably gonna stop around sometime between 25 and 30 miles and make some lunch. But for now, doing good. It's actually nice and cool. And so I'm just gonna keep pushing. Just a hair under 35 miles. I'm gonna stop here at the boat ramp and there's a nice covered area and have some lunch. So far, everything's doing great. Except for my ass. But even that's a little better. Yeah, 35 miles. That's the longest I've ridden straight without really stopping. Except I did grab a Powerade at the gas station. Other than that, man, I'm feeling great. Like I almost wish I had a spot picked out farther than Okahumpka State Park, which is where I'm planning to stop. But maybe I can Google that. But anyway, time to make some lunch. Might have to make an alternative arrangement because that's coming and it's coming hard. We'll see. Okay, so I packed up really fast. I'm going to try to get to, I think it's Lake Panisofsky. It's like a campground there. And try and set up tent and kind of hunker down until this storm comes over. I mean, that was a nasty wall of rain and hate. So I'm gonna keep pushing. Hopefully I can get there, throw up a tent, and at least ride out the first wave of the storm. I could always, after that passes, I don't mind riding in the rain, but I'm not trying to ride in a thunderstorm. So. So that is the Lake Panisofsky Wildlife Management Area. that's where I was hoping to get to in order to throw up a tent and ride out the storm that I'm being chased by. But I'm making so much better time than I thought. I'm at, I just tipped over 40 miles. So I'm gonna keep pushing. Just a few miles up is the Wildwood exit of I-75. So if I can make it there, there's shelter, I know, probably like 75 Chrome Shop or something. I could just duck in there and hang out, finish my lunch that I didn't get to eat. But then decide whether I push on to Okahumpka or wait for the storm to pass. Apparently it's supposed to rain on and off all night though, so I mean if I could make it to Okahumpka and set up the tent now, I would be in there. But I don't know, I'm gonna have to get to the Wildwood exit at 75 and then kind of reevaluate the situation. Okay, weather's definitely getting nasty. I'm gonna look up the weather on my phone and kind of reevaluate and see if I push on. I've made it 42.5 miles so far, so that means at the most Okahumpka's like 8 miles. So I just don't know if I can make 8 miles before all that. We'll see. I hate this. I keep looking at my eyes. It makes it look like I'm looking over. Anyway, that's the camera right there. All right, cool. This is so hard, but judging by the radar and what it says, looks like I still have quite a bit of time. Like I think the storm's gonna kind of skirt right above me. I might get a little bit wet, which I don't care about, but I don't want to ride in the middle of lightning and 25-mile-an-hour winds. So I'm gonna push on. There's 2 other places I can stop with shelter on the way. I mean, worst case, I stop and that. My tent's right there, so I could stop and throw up a shelter pretty quick if I had to. So I'm gonna push on a little bit and just kind of feel it out. If I sit here for an hour and nothing happens, I'll be mad. But this is part of the, weighing the options. Back on the road. Wildwood? Yeah, there's nothing here. Okay, so that was 301 I just crossed over. I've got 46 miles on the clock, but I think I forgot to turn it on when I left 75 Chrome Shop. I missed like half a mile or 3/4 of a mile. But geez, Okahumpka's not far away. So this, hold on. This is Brownwood Square in the Villages. See the water tank at the top of that windmill or whatever it is? Yeah, my grandpa built that. Pretty cool. The Villages. Well, this is it. This is Lake Okahumpka Park. This is my goal. Google Maps said 50. My computer says 48.17, but I might have missed 3/4 of a mile, so it's like it took me 49. So now it's really the question of, it's 2:19, but I'm not sure what the storm's going to do either. So if there's no storm, I might push on, but I got to figure out where I'm going to stay. But for now, I'm going to rest for a minute. 49 miles is a pretty good hike. So I can hear thunder. So it does sound like I'm gonna get smacked with this storm at some point. So now here's the catch. You can't actually camp here. So I'm gonna like find a spot in the woods and set up camp where I can't be seen. That's the plan. So I'm gonna ride the exercise trail and see what I can see. It does seem like the tail of this is gonna get me, so rest up and yeah, go from there. Push on tomorrow. Eat some food. This might be the spot. Nobody looking. Oh yeah. Yeah, this can work. Okay, let's see where we gonna go. I'm gonna leave that there. Kind of scout on foot for where I'm gonna set up camp. This is a little too close to the walking path. Somebody will see me. In my bright yellow shirt. I think this is gonna be the spot. Bike's over there. I gotta go get it, but I think it'll be secluded enough. Most of the rain should like run out into the lake. That's the only bad part. That's the lake. But that's why I'm gonna opt for the tent tonight. Be better for the weather and critters. Not that the hammock will be bad. I'm just not sure how that's gonna function in the rain. Maybe I'll set up both. I've got like a ton of time before dark. Casa. Let's get a little more comfortable. Oh, this has a pillow. I brought one. I didn't realize. All good. All right, so I'm inside the tent with minutes to spare as the rain started. And I'm finally able to finish my lunch. Beautiful thing. So this big band is now moving in. So it's gonna be like, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes of hard stuff. So hopefully I got the tent staked down enough and nothing I can do now but wait it out and eat my lunch. I'm not sure you can really consider this roughing it. I've been binge watching Dexter on Netflix for the past couple hours. Now I'm gonna go out, go to the bathroom, and probably make some food. I might only eat a little bit now, but then I'll have it for later. So I'll just fall asleep when I fall asleep, and I hope it's not raining too bad in the morning. There's a break in the storms right now, so that's why I'm gonna venture out. For the record, this tent is awesome. Oops. except I don't know how to use it. Also, I need to be really quiet because if somebody's on the exercise trail, I don't want them to see me and know that I'm here. Because, like I said, you technically can't camp here. So I'm gonna kind of sneak out of here. Although it's raining, would somebody really be on the exercise trail? Of course there is. Probably not going to be out here long with the mosquitoes. I mean, I have bug spray, but it only does so much. But at least get some dinner made, take it inside, then I can eat it when it's ready, or when I'm ready, because I won't want to eat it right away. But yeah, here we go. Ooh, hot. Okay, so it's 7 a.m. and it's rained through the night. It looks like it's gonna rain for a while more. So now the decision becomes, when do I want to get wet? Because I'm not going to sit here all day. But I can pretty much pack up everything, throw my rain jacket on, and then get out of the tent, leaving just the tent in here, and everything else will be sealed up. But I have to get wet to do that, so for now I'm just gonna chill here a little bit. And there's another band, I'll take another picture of that, another band passing over. Hopefully behind that it's not much, but it wouldn't really do me much good to, you know, get up in the middle of this band, but we'll see.